I never wanted to be 9 to 5.
And I walked in, I saw all this steel, and I said, oh my God, what have I got into?
My name is Bobby Nost, and I've been an ironworker since 1984.
Any regrets all those years later?
Absolutely not.
Some say they're part of a fading tradition, a legacy of steel, welding, and hard work. The American ironworker.
Any infrastructure that you see in this country, any skeleton, every building, every bridge, every skyscraper starts with us.
How would you describe the life of an ironworker?
It is a hard, difficult job. You know, I've done 14, 15-hour days. It's not a 9 to 5, it's more of a lifestyle. If you're willing to work and not afraid of heights, it's definitely something to look into. You know, I had to replace the lightning cables on pad 40 after the rocket blew up at SpaceX, and that was I think that's like 305 feet or something like that.
You didn't blink?
That's the job.
Daniel Aldinger is a third-generation union man, a journeyman ironworker for nearly 2 decades now.
Being in a union was something that was instilled in me very young.
Aldinger is in his early 40s, a family man with financial security.
And I got medical insurance, I have a pension, and an annuity.
But he wonders about the next generation.
You know, for a long time in this country, we've put the trades on the back burner. The average age of the tradesman is just kind of creeping up and up and up.
Your average age of a welder, I think, is in the 40s or 50s these days.
Jason Jagiri, like Aldinger, is in his 40s.
A trade school is just as good as going to college.
He tells News 6 he's seeing fewer men join the ranks of the paid apprentice program. In fact, the men on this crew are 2 of the last in line.
How important is that apprentice program?
Very important. So anybody can come in with no skills at all.
Put my side in first.
By the end of your 4 years, you're completely certified in all different aspects of the ironworking trade.
That's money.
It's earn while you learn. It does not cost them anything. There's no college loans once they get done.
Ground him off to that clip over there to the structure.
And I think the apprentice numbers right now are at about 15,000 apprentices. And we really are striving around the country to get that number more up towards 20,000.
Start cutting out that deck whenever you get a chance, all right? The people that actually come out here and work in the field is a dying breed.
In the next 10 years, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects America will need more than 16,000 iron workers. That's based on 9,000 additional iron workers, and more importantly, more than 7,000 on the job now, expected to retire.
So you're telling me you need more people?
Oh yes, everybody does, yes. It's a nationwide thing.
Bobby Nost is the union's business manager, an architect of Local 808's push to hire new personnel.
How many people can you bring in?
Well, it's unlimited. You have to balance the work that you have and the contractors that you have, and you bring up the people to fill it.
Part of that strategy, the lure of the union benefits package.
Our worker is making a whole package of $44 an hour, $27, $25 on their pocket, we call it on the hip, and then $16 worth of benefits.
So money can be made.
Oh yes.
I was able to pay all my bills off, pay my house off. In fact, I bought another house for a rental. So that's all because of the ironworkers.
Real good welders, you're talking about 6 figures. I mean, it's real good right now. In certain areas, you're talking 6 figures all day long.
Kenny Waugh is the Director Industry Liaison for the International Ironworkers based in Washington, D.C.
We are in job fairs all over the country daily.
Think of him as Bobby Nost's counterpart on the national-international stage, recruiting potential workers from Orlando, Jacksonville, Houston, Detroit, just a fraction of the 157 union offices hiring in the U.S. and Canada.
We can put people to work in every city you just mentioned. It's all over. If the iron worker wants to travel just a little bit, he can always go next door and go to work in that local. That's the simplicity about our setup. If you have a journey card, a journeyman's card, you can go anywhere you want.
What about the next generation? Why aren't there takers right now?
You know, that's a really tough question, and I think we have to eliminate the stigma that this is just a job you have at the summer in between colleges, because this is more than a job. Like, this is my career, this is my life.
Is it possibly that they don't understand what the job's all about?
I think it's that they don't understand, and I think that we need to do a better job at maybe getting it out there to them. I call it the best kept secret.
The iron workers have identified the challenge to recruit the next generation.
We're coming at every angle there is. We're in PTA meetings, you know, as young as some kids 10 or 12 years old that we're getting in front of. You can't start too young.
A 21st century recruiting blitz built to grab the attention of the smartphone generation in person and via social media platforms.
These young people were born with something electronic in their hand. We have to change our thinking about them and adapt to where they are and use what they have as skills and what we sometimes think is a hindrance and make it positive. And I think that's what's going to make it different.
Solutionaries needs you to be part of the conversation. Your comments below will help us tackle new topics and track down solutions. And don't forget to subscribe.